In this video, I will show you how to replace the front door checker, also known as the door check strap, on a 4th generation Kia Sportage. If your door makes a popping or clicking noise when opening or closing, doesn't stay open, or swings too freely, there's a good chance the door checker has worn out and needs to be replaced. A damaged door check can also put extra stress on the door hinges over time, so replacing it early can help prevent more expensive repairs. To access the door check, we will have to remove the door panel first. Open the door as far as it will comfortably go so you have enough space to work around the panel. Begin by removing the sail panel at the upper front corner of the door, next to the side mirror. Insert a plastic trim removal tool behind the panel and gently pry outward from the top. It is secured only by retaining clips, so once the clips release, pull the panel off and set it aside. Next, locate the small trim cover inside the armrest pocket. Carefully lift the cover with a small flathead screwdriver to expose the retaining screw underneath. Remove the screw using a Phillips head screwdriver. If you're replacing the check strap on the front passenger side door, there's one extra step. The screws for the grab handle must be removed before the door panel can come off. To access the screws, you will have to remove the front cover from the grab handle. Look near the top of the cover and you will see a small access point where you can insert a plastic trim removal tool. Carefully pry off the trim cover without scratching the surface. Underneath, you will find two Phillips head screws. Remove both screws. Now it's time to release the door panel itself. Look at the middle of the bottom edge of the panel and you will find a small access point where you can insert a trim removal tool. Insert the tool into this opening and pry outward to release the retaining clips. Take your time here to avoid damaging the clips or the panel. Once every retaining clip has been released, grab the panel with both hands and lift it straight upward. This disengages the upper edge of the panel from the window channel at the top of the door. The panel is still connected by several electrical connectors and the interior door handle cable, so do not try to pull it away yet. Start by disconnecting the interior door handle and lock cables. Locate the white plastic cable retainer on the back of the door panel. Press the locking tab on the edge of the retainer, then pull the entire plastic housing straight out of its mounting bracket. The door handle and door lock cables remain attached to this housing, so there is no need to disconnect the individual cable ends. Next, unplug the tweeter speaker connector by pressing the locking tab and pulling the connector straight out. Next, disconnect the electrical connector for the power window switch assembly. As well as the connector for the power mirror switch assembly. Once all of the connectors and the handle cable have been disconnected, you can remove the door panel completely and place it somewhere safe to prevent scratches or damage. To access the door check inside the door, the speaker must first be removed. Start by disconnecting the speaker's electrical connector. Press the locking tab on the connector and pull it straight out of the speaker. Next, using a 10mm socket or a Phillips head screwdriver, remove the 4 screws securing the speaker to the door. With the screws removed, carefully lift the speaker out of the door opening and set it aside. With the speaker out of the way, you now have a clear opening that provides easy access to the door checker from inside the door. You do not have to remove any bolts or nuts inside the door. All of them are outside. Using a 10mm socket and ratchet, remove the single bolt that secures the door checker arm to the door frame, also known as the A-pillar. Next, move to the inside edge of the door and remove the two 10mm nuts that secure the door checker assembly to the door. The door check is now free. Reach through the speaker opening, grab the assembly and carefully pull it out of the door. Here's a closer look at the front door checker. This is the part number. Keep in mind that the part number may vary depending on your vehicle model year and whether you're replacing the left or right door check. So always verify that the replacement part matches your vehicle before installation. Now take your replacement door check and feed it through the door opening in the same orientation as the old one. Rotate it as needed while guiding it into position inside the door. Align the studs on the door checker with the mounting holes in the door and loosely install the two nuts by hand. Do not tighten them yet. Next, align the checker arm with the mounting hole in the A-pillar and reinstall the 10mm bolt by hand to avoid cross-threading. Do not tighten this bolt yet. Now, tighten the two nuts that secure the door checker to the door. These nuts only need to be snug, as they simply hold the assembly against the inner door panel. Avoid over-tightening them. Now, fully tighten the A-pillar bolt. If you have a torque wrench, tighten the A-pillar bolt to 19.6 to 29.4 Nm or 14.5 to 21.7 pound-feet. Before putting everything back together, it's a good idea to test the door check first. Slowly open and close the door several times. The door should move smoothly, hold itself in the intermediate and fully open positions, and there should be no clicking, popping or excessive play. Now position the speaker back into the door, aligning the mounting holes with the threaded inserts in the door panel. Reinstall all 4 screws and tighten them evenly until the speaker is seated flush against the door. Do not over-tighten these screws, as this could damage the speaker housing or the mounting points. Reconnect the electrical connector for the speaker. With the speaker reinstalled, it's time to reinstall the door panel. Position the panel next to the door frame and reconnect the power window switch connector, as well as the power mirror switch connector. Then reconnect the tweeter speaker connector. Now it's time to reinstall the latch cables. But before doing so, make sure the interior door handle lock is in the unlock position, or in the same position it was in when you removed the cables. Now reinstall the cables by inserting the front tabs of the cable retainer housing into their slots on the back of the door panel. Once the front tabs are fully engaged, pivot the rear of the housing toward the panel and press until the locking tab clicks into place. Next, position the top edge of the door panel over the window channel and make sure it is fully seated. Once the panel is properly aligned, press firmly around the edges of the panel to engage all the retaining clips. Reinstall the Phillips head screw inside the door armrest recess and snap the small plastic cover back over it. If you are working on the front passenger side door, there is one more step to do here: reinstalling the screws for the grab handle. Reinstall the 2 Phillips head screws, then snap the grab handle trim cover back into place. Reinstall the sail panel by aligning the retaining clips with their mounting holes. Then press firmly until it snaps into place. The door check replacement is now complete. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to We's Joint for more DIY automotive repair tutorials. Thanks for watching.